Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, so I've been exploring Mindful Tarot in different ways, and I've read, done some of the spreads and had a little bit of a read. But another way for me that I like using this book is by just choosing a card. Okay, what card am I going to reflect on today in a mindful way? So let's just pull this down, sorry. Let's just pull this down to, okay. Mindful Tarot. What card do I need to reflect on today in a mindful way? So I'm just going to choose one card. So here we have the Chariot. Okay, so we know the Chariot here. Okay, so let me just bring this in a little bit closer. Oh, the light's not that great, is it? Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can darken that just by using box to sort of cover the light. Anyway, just so you can sort of see the Chariot. Okay, so what I want to do is then I look at the book. Let's go into the Chariot here and see what a little bit of what the book says. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but just a little bit of the Chariot. So let me have a look here. So the Chariot. Harnessing desire, the path towards wholeness, as we've seen the lovers as Cupid's path. But desire is a funny thing, as Woody Allen famously and very controversially said, the heart wants what it wants, and so it does. The world pulls us by the heartstrings, not just when it comes to our choice of romantic partners, but at each moment that our blood flows and our lungs fill. This is an interesting one. She goes into quite a bit of depth with it. I'm not going to read it all, of course. Not that work is easy. Some desires are harder to accept than others, and finding a skillful, compassionate, safe and loving way to live with our desires is another matter entirely. This is a dilemma that we seem to face at regular intervals in our life when we graduate from high school or college. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details. So we move from the lovers, a card about how we find the path of wholeness, into a card that's all about the will, about how we drive forward on the path. In the Waite-Smith imagery, the white and the black sphinxes in the Chariot card invoke Plato's allegory of the soul in Phaedrus. Plato explains that our soul is like a chariot drawn by two different and not very well matched horses. One horse, the dark and unruly one, represents our appetites and desires. The other horse, bright and handsome, represents our noble love of the good. I'm pulled in two different directions by my lower instinct and my higher self. The wise charioteer has to find a way to balance these competing forces. The Chariot invites us to harness the competing sides of ourselves, the distinctive preferences and patterns, aversions and cravings that make us human. We don't get to leave anything out of the equation. The charioteer needs all the horsepower she's got. The only way that we can balance these competing forces in our life is to begin by acknowledging them. What does the soft animal of this body, of this tender heart and mind love? We can only drive our chariot by taking our heartstrings firmly in hand. The Chariot exhorts us to leave nothing out, to take no part of ourselves for granted. It's time to lean in. So that's an interesting card to sort of reflect on today. So that's one way that I can use this book to sort of dive into it. So just having a little bit of a looking at the imagery, what does it invoke within me, what are my thoughts about determination, success, victory, bringing in our desires, harnessing those desires within our own path, our own journey. So that's an interesting card to sort of reflect on, to look at as we explore the messages of the cards. So that's interesting. So that's one way that I use this book, Mindful Tarot, to explore the meanings of the cards in a mindful way. So spending the day reflecting, what does the Chariot mean for me today? What am I thinking about in my direction? What desires do I want to harness or want to bring in? Do I feel like I'm being pulled in different directions? So this is reflecting on, what does the Chariot mean for me today, and using it in a mindful way by using the book just to reflect on that card. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care. Blessed be.